Hey Life Group leaders, this is Scott Carolyn here, the Spiritual Formation Director at the North Campus, here with Andrew File, Spiritual Formation Director at the Fig Campus, along with Dave Oswald, who's the Fig Campus pastor. And we wanted to check in with you regarding Serve Dei and give you a few tips as a Life Group leader, how this affects you and how it might play out in your life groups. First off, we want to say thanks for participating with us. We think Life Groups are an awesome space and venue for you guys to process Serve Dei together and think through how you as a group can take the money that you've been given individually and bless people in your neighborhood and those who are in need and those who you are in your natural circles. And the first tip I want to give you as a life group leader is, especially as leaders, we have a tendency to really just kind of get gung-ho and come up with ideas and do things. And I want to say, take it easy, slow down, and allow it to kind of bubble up from within your group. Allow the people in your group to own it, to come up with ideas, and to sort of form from within. Take some time as a group to work through the Bible study and to listen to the Lord and how He's leading you as a group individually, so that you as a leader don't have a tendency to sort of take over the process or maybe suggest too much, but really just take some time to facilitate and allow the group to kind of own this.
Yeah, and I think, obviously as a group, there's also a tendency to, okay, let's throw our money in the pot, and maybe just a recommendation to keep that money separate and maybe have folks put in their wallets. And so I think what that does is that there's that individual continuing to wrestle with, pray through, and the Spirit really, just working among all your members of your life group to bring about what God would do through your group. So, continue to keep the funds together as a group, but also to allow people to, just wrestle with that as an individual, and so they don't abdicate responsibility to you as a life group leader. Once again, I think the same charge that Scott said is, how do we help our group really wrestle with it as a whole instead of taking over that leadership ourselves?
Yeah, and just to add on what Andrew was saying, that keeping it in everyone's hands, what it does too is it reminds all of us that we have time, talent, and treasure that God's given us to invest for the sake of others. And so what you're going to find is probably at the end of the day, you guys are going to have more ideas that God's kind of birthed in people than you can do in the specific Serve Day season. And so you're going to have ones that in some ways you can kind of keep in the hopper. And so if we're really hoping that this turns into a lifestyle of what we are as groups, what we are as families, what we are as individuals, then we've, to a couple groups we've leaked this to, we can already hear from the leaders, they're like, oh, well, we're going to start doing once a month where we, instead of meeting in someone's home, we're going to start doing and living out the rest of these things that we want to do together as a group. Because so-and-so wanted to do changing oil for people, and so, man, once every couple months, we're just going to do that as a group instead of meeting on a Tuesday night, and then it just becomes something that you do because it kind of got birthed from everybody within rather than just a one-time, this is what we're going to do, leader-driven thing. And so that's really what we're seeing start to happen in groups, and which is really, really encouraging. And so you guys are in the front lines. You guys are such a key to, I'd say, facilitating and sparking this process. And so help, if you have questions, we want to wrestle this stuff with you. And so we want to be resources as well as your coach, because you all have coaches that you will be in communication with about this. So thank you guys for being awesome, investing in others, and we're just praying for you that this process is really encouraging for you guys as a group. All right, we'll see you.